YouTube, welcome back. Good positioning equals easy kills. So today I'm giving you 3 tips that you and your squad can have better positioning, get more kills, get more team wipes, get more wins. Now how this is going to work, I'm going to talk you through each tip, rolling gameplay footage in the background that applies directly to the tip. Now as always, if you find this video helpful, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. The likes help a ton. And if you are looking to continue getting better at Warzone, make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell turned on. Now the last thing is positioning applies to your whole squad, so make sure you share this with your teammates. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, understand your ideal range and understand your strengths as a player. Now this directly impacts where you should actually position yourself, and I break it into 2 categories. You have close range and you have mid to long range. Now let's talk about close range first. If you're an absolute demon in close range engagements, you love the 50-50s. You move well, you finesse well, you hit your shots, you hit headshots, you're winning those close range fights, go ahead and push. Go ahead and push buildings, push situations. Now for the large majority of people, that's probably not you. You want to be in the mid to long range. This is just 20 to 40 meter range is your ideal range. It's somewhere where you can hit your shots, your TTK is still really good, you can quickly down and thirst people, but most importantly, you should be able to hit your shots in this range and ultimately get it down and then push into those close range situations once you already have the advantage and you can push in with your team. So tip number 1 is understand what your ideal range is and go ahead and position yourself that way. Now, tip number 2 is positioning with cover, and I've talked about this in the past, but I want to really reiterate it because it's super important. Too many of you get caught way out in the open. You're easy to pick off, you get down, and then you get immediately thirsted. When you're positioning yourself, you want to understand where you have cover. Is it a rock? Is it a building? Is it a tree? Is it a car? No matter what it is, understand where that cover is so you know where you can go if you need to heal up, replate, reload, or even get revived if you go down. Now, sometimes you can't always position yourself with cover. You might have to push through a field in order to get to the fight. You might have to reposition out in the open a little bit in order to get in a better position. And look, when those situations arise, just be cognizant of it. Try to get from point A to point B as fast as possible using your slide canceling, using your snaking. Make it difficult for your opponent to hit you. And also be aware of where your opponent is. So if you need to stop and just shoot and hope you can shoot your way out of the situation because there's nothing else you can do, be aware of where your enemy is. Tip number 3 is having an advantageous spot. And I want to address something very quickly with this. This is not permission to camp. This is very different. When you are approaching a fight and looking at where you want to position yourself, you should be thinking about where you can get the best advantage. You want to be looking for a little bit of high ground. Is it top of a building? Is it the top of the hill? You want to understand, where are they? Are they on top of a building and you want to try to get higher than them? Are they pushing out in the open? Then you want to position yourself with cover and put yourself in a good spot to easily fry them. Now, the bonus tip here is holding circle. I wanted to put this in with the having an advantageous spot because holding a team from circle is probably the most advantageous spot you can get. And you just have to have cover, understand that you can't go down in that situation, but you just get to hold them. So holding circle is a big part of positioning. It's an easy way to get free kills. Now to wrap this up, we have a good sense of positioning now. If you have any questions, comments below. But I'm going to leave you with my repositioning video, so make sure you go check that out. As always, I hope you found this helpful. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.